Greetings, I am Byro, captain of the SS Galactic Bubble. I have taken over Earth and renamed it Carlos. My crew and I departed into space to orbit Carlos. From there, I could be a more efficient leader. Unfortunately, my sack of crap producer Johnny miscalculated the bubble jump, and now we have to find our way back home. But do not worry, Carlosians, I can still respond to your problems. For too long you have seen and heard a whole lot of bitching and not a lot of fixing. But a new era is upon us, for I am Byro, leader of Carlos. What's up, everybody? Frogs, Polywogs, everybody, what's up? Hey, this is just a casual stream here. Just me. Bubble Pug is somewhere in the back there. You'll hear her randomly. Whoa, I barely heard you. Wait, talk again?
Ayo.
Oh, there you are. Okay. I can already see there in the old corner. My setup right now is terrible. I can not really, I have a million windows open. It's the same thing as usual, actually. It's not different at all. But what's up, everybody? Hey, I missed you guys, everybody. Oh my god, missed you too. Oh shit. Yeah, get your dab on. Get your dab on.
Double dab.
Double dab. Double dip. Double dab. Glad to have you back. $1.99. Thank you, Zen Master. Byro, I want to give you my window. Hold on. A big hug. I missed you. Thank you very much. Hugs right back to you. Yeah, just gonna do a casual thing here. Figured I should, since the next video I was making isn't gonna be done in an appropriate amount of time, or if I even finish it. To be honest, I started like a million videos before that last one, and eventually I just was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get stoned and and just knock out a bunch of stories in one here. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. What was it? The comments.
Yeah, we're gonna go over
Comments. That's what I wasn't wanted, and yeah, I didn't want to. I was too lazy to type. So I'm just gonna answer them here. What were they?
On the last video, a bunch of people.
Are we starting with newest first? Is that fair? Because I think if you're the first to comment, you should go from that way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I think that's fair.
Oh, I gotta take top chat off. I forgot about that. There we go. Casual works. I wasn't looking for anything serious. I don't think anybody is when they come to me. And if you are a dum-dum. A dummy. Or are you?
Or are you?
More on this later. Not really. Anyways, comments. What's up? What's up? What we got? What we got?
All right. Well, first comment. I have never clicked a video so fast in my life. That was numero uno comment.
Who was it by?
It was Zen Master Me.
Oh, Zen Master Me. First to super chat as well. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you did. Actually, no, I remember that. I think I hearted that. That was amazingly fast.
I'm kind of glad to know that it pushed out and someone was at least
pushed out. It pushed out before I hit published. Apparently, he was on the video so fast that it was like the comment was there before the video existed.
It's
amazing, amazing.
Magic.
It's okay, but that's cool. I know there was a lot of them. You're back.
Yeah.
Good to see you, and thank you guys, everybody who said that. Thanks for commenting. And it looks like we got 144 likes and 1 dislike. Not bad. Not bad.
One downer.
What?
One downer.
You're gonna get those. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. 1 down thumb. You know what? I can handle it if it was the other way. If it was 144 down thumbs and 1 up thumb, I'm like, I got 1.
Yeah. So a lot of people very glad you're back.
Cool,
Wayne White, finally a news anchor you can trust.
That's absolutely correct. Mm-hmm. That is absolutely correct.
Yes. Let's see.
Kind of. That is, you're absolutely kind of correct.
Yeah.
Oh my
Almost.
God. Okay.
Yes, and then are you back was a common question. Are you back? Is this a flyby?
I'm
What's
trying,
going on?
not a flyby. Hopefully not a flyby. I'm trying to figure out the new setup here. I want to be able to, obviously, just create content in general, but I want to have it on a more consistent basis. So I figured, hey, why not? Because I'm always trying to find wacky crap on the internet, and you can't always find it, you know.
Not always.
So I'm gonna have to venture more into this, into what everybody else is talking about. Yay!
Yay.
But you'll get the old Biro take on it
Oh,
after
yeah.
a bowl or two. Read the news and interpret it.
Bowl the news instead of break the news.
Yeah, exactly. What's up? Okay, but yeah, I hope it's not a flyby. The next video I wanted to do is kind of breaking the news. Actually, it's kind of doing that thing. Yeah, go on. I'm not gonna get lost in that.
Well, yeah, on that note, someone did say, you come back and the first thing you do is break the news. Who has to fix it? Didn't think that
okay.
far.
Okay,
huh?
well, didn't think that.
Kenny.
Wait, who said that?
Kenny OMG said that.
Okay, Kenny OMG. Listen here, son. In order to fix the news, you got to break it apart. And then, you see what's left. Because I don't know about anybody else, but if you ever read a news article, you have to go to about 15 different places. I almost cursed. I've learned the new YouTube thing.
Yes.
I'm a baby angels. I'll say that instead. Yeah, but every baby angel time, you have to go to 10 different news articles to figure out what's going on in the news story, because it's not really a news story. It's just something that news companies can filter their opinion through. That's all it is. I mean, we've all known this. I'm not blowing anybody's minds. I'm not knocking the hat off your head here.
Mm-mm.
But there was in the video I'm trying to do, basically it's like this self-feeding news cycle that goes down, and it like the immigrant thing that was going on when I was trying to figure out what was going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get past children in cages. Donald Trump's a racist douchebag that hates American. And it's okay, whatever. Maybe so, but what happened?
Right. What's the main point?
And like they won't say it either. They just stumble around it. They won't call them like illegal immigrants. It's like these undocumented workers were just simply working when ICE showed up, and then they arrested them. They weren't even doing nothing. They were just, these undocumented workers were doing nothing. And it's like, okay, well, they were illegally working. I
That's
think
something.
that is something. But anyways, I'm not okay. See, I've already went into it. But yes,
Yay.
Kenny, I am fixing the news. You got to break it apart. In fact, you know what? I'm going to bring that up right now.
Oh.
Johnny.
Oh, he's
Is
still
he
here?
Of course he's still here. Johnny, if you could bring that up. Johnny. Come on, buddy. Oh, God. Disgusting. Gross. And you still didn't bring it up. Thank you. All right, last video here. Okay, so breaking the news. And to be honest, I was a couple bowls deep when I did this video, so I didn't properly explain anything. I just kind of shot it at you like a cannon, like an info cannon. All right, let's see what I did here. I don't even remember. Today on Breaking the News, you know the old saying, if you can't beat them, scream at them until they give up. We'll take a look at what strategy the Democrats... I'm not getting any audio. Why me not getting any audio?
Oh, you're not hearing it?
Nope.
I did.
Yeah, I know you did. So, okay, can the audience hear the audio to this video, though? You know the old saying, if you can't beat them, scream at them until they give up. No, they cannot. How terrible. Wow, this is going awful. What's up, Apollo G? Breaking the news, breaking my own live stream, my own baby angel live stream.
Grumpy said that they can hear.
Oh, you can hear it?
Yeah.
Why is it not showing any... Why is no audio showing up on my meter? Why isn't the audio?
Maybe you're looking at Johnny's meter.
Breaking the news. Thanks a lot, Johnny. That's how people hear me now. Thanks for everybody for joining me. Thanks for joining me on live stream. Okay.
Yeah, they're good to go. They can
Okay,
hear.
good to go. Today on Breaking the News, you know the old saying, if you can't beat them, scream at them until they give up. We'll take a look at what strategy the Democrats are going to use to defeat Trump in 2020. Also, Bill Clinton's best friend commits suicide in jail, and nobody can believe it. Okay. There's a lot to start there with. I'll be honest. But not even sure what I'm talking about. I know that one was about Epstein. And finally, left wing, right wing, we all scream for hot wings, but they better be free. That's right, America is turning to socialism and there's nothing you can do about it. God, I look good. I looked ripped in this video.
Yeah, I got a new style going on.
Definitely need a nose job, though. Definitely gonna need a nose job. This and not much more on tonight's Breaking the News. Yeah, Thank you for joining me on Breaking the News. I'm your host, Byro Down to Business Johnson, and no, Johnson's not my last name. Could a recession doom Trump for re-election? Okay, so here we go. There are a ton of articles that are just like, dude, Trump is boned. That 2020 this recession we're gonna have, totally gonna screw him over. And then that's what I started with, and that's how it kind of led up to the Bill Maher thing. First I was reading a bunch of recession risk, recession 2020 election. Everybody's doomed. Everybody's gonna die. Trump sucks. He loses. But then when I looked further into it, the Bill Maher clip popped up, and I'm like, oh my god. And after just recently watching the 2020 Democratic debates, I was just like, well, you know what?
What?
It kind of makes sense. What he's saying kind of makes sense, but not in the way that everybody's taking it. Because I've seen some videos out there that were like, oh man, who is that guy? This guy, which is another video coming up, Secular Talk, with this Kyle Kulinski kid. He did a video on it. And he had some good points at first, and then of course he, like most of his videos I've seen so far, he just goes off into oblivion. And you're like, hey buddy, come back. You were making some points, but then you're gone. And honestly, the most annoying person I've ever watched. And I hate to do that because I am one of those. I am one of those as well, but it's like, wow, he'll do a joke and just, okay, I'm not going to go into it. I could go on and on.
Coming up in another video.
Yeah, coming up in another video. But anyway, they were making videos and they're just like, oh, how can you do this? And it's like, you know what, actually, yeah, you're right. And listen to what he's actually saying. Maybe you guys are so crazy, your candidates are acting so nutso, that maybe, just maybe, but this isn't true, that a recession might help. But if you actually listen to the debates, you would know that, like, holy shit, if we were going into a recession and you want to give free college and free Medicare to everybody in America plus illegal immigrants, what? And it just keeps coming out. I just see stuff, it's more and more constant. It's like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and it's like, oh, we're going to tax Wall Street. Just got to tax the rich guy. And it's like, dude, that's like $900 trillion, everything you're asking. I don't know if a rich guy has that much on hand.
Yeah, just on taxes.
I mean, we're not even going to get into the fact, does that seem very fair? I don't think so, but I'm just looking at it from my point of view, I guess. From a sane point of view, in my opinion. But anyways, yeah. So that's what kind of led me down this road. So it's like, I was trying to figure out, like, okay, this recession's coming up. What's the issues? Like, why is the recession coming? And a lot of them are, blaming Trump's trade war and the tariffs that he's putting on a bunch of countries. China and Venezuela, which is, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just a bunch of countries. It's nuts. It's just nuts. And there's a super chat here. I can't believe Johnny. 1 second, everybody. I can't believe Johnny is still alive. Will you be bringing back more of the Buttermilk Bandits? Oh, jeez. No, not planned yet. The Buttermilk Bandits are never gone, but that's gonna have to be. I'm gonna have a pretty big space of time, free. It's gonna have to be some free time. Major free time.
Yeah.
But yeah. I hope to do Buttermilk Bandits because I have a couple of good, quite a few good episodes in the bank that I would really like to get out, and there's actually a few that you haven't seen for the new subscribers, that will be redone. So I need to address these questions later in the. Let's do the super chats at the end.
Okay.
That way I don't have to break from this because now I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? All right. We're getting it down. Told you. It's rough. It's casual.
It's cash.
It's cash.
It's a cash.
It's
stack.
cash. I hope you're wearing a sweater and no pants because this is casual. Is that casual?
Sweater's a little too formal, I still feel like.
Yeah, we love Byro. Yep, for sure. Mega taxing the rich worked out real well in Venezuela. Yeah, okay. But, I mean, even not getting into that, it's like, honestly, I hate to say this, but I think there is a recession, and it has to be a bubble, like the housing crisis.
Oh yeah.
I have, and this isn't from anybody. This is from me saying this, but I think the bubble is that maybe a lot of us aren't doing shit and we're pretending to work, and maybe that's gonna.
Oh, that's the bubble?
That's the bubble.
It's a lazy bubble that's going to
It's not a lazy bubble. It's like a whole lot of bitching and not a lot of fixing.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? That type of bubble. And since we have had a lot of like our industry go over to China and Mexico and other places, yeah, like, I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea, though. That's just my thoughts. Maybe people get a little ridiculous. Raise the minimum wage. I'm just saying. That was the other thing. No more good. Oh yes. Okay. A lot of stuff is missing. No more Goodbye Fisty. No, the music will get posted back up. The reason I privated everything is I started getting strikes again from some random dickhead. So I just privated everything. I was slowly getting everything put back on, and I'm also changing thumbnails and titles and tags so it won't be blocked by YouTube. I mean, it still might be, but some of it I can avoid. So I need to get that done. I apologize, but that stuff will be back out. I just gotta kind of work it, and it doesn't seem like anybody's hitting it again. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that'll be coming back. Oh god, if that bubble pops, we're screwed. Lower the cost of living. Yeah, lower the cost, but that's the thing about the minimum wage. If you raise that, then I mean, we're just gonna be spending $15 on cereal, on a box of cereal. We're already almost spending. You know what? That's something we should talk about. Cereal prices are goddamn outrageous. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me that it's gonna cost $3 more for like a Lucky to add marshmallows into this. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they're coming out with crazy flavors now.
Yeah, and it's going to cost you.
It's going to cost
It's going to cost you.
Big time.
No. Democrats go on that. Right there. I am going to lower the cost of cereal. And the crowd goes wild. And now you see my thought process and how I can barely make it through a video. You guys seeing this? Just being cash, though. Take your pants off. For some of us, all we can do is cross our fingers and hope.
I feel like the bottom has to fall out at some point. And by the way, I'm hoping for it because I think one way you get rid of Trump is a crashing economy.
Well, you should wish for a recession because that will definitely get him unelected.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, would it though? Could go about it that way. Or you could just rely on the Democratic candidates and their policies to win the election. I mean, Democrats are aware of the rising risk of recession. And in fact, they're the ones mostly blaming Trump for it. I mean, blame Trump's trade war for it. So the way I see it, all Democrats have to do is offer pragmatic ideas and policies that would help prevent Americans from being affected by the recession. Now, doesn't that sound like a much more sane option?
If you've heard anything about me and my campaign, you've heard that someone is running for president.
We get the gist. We get the gist. But yeah, to that comment, yeah, you got to break the news apart in order to do it. I don't know what the point of, but I was just making sure that I didn't go too wacky in this video because honestly, I haven't watched it since I released it. So, yeah, Kenny, is that his name? Kenny G.
Yes, asking about the fixing the news.
Okay, yeah, I am fixing it, brother, and I'll show you that in the next video. I'll teach you about self-feeding news cycles, and I'll show you how I break the news apart to fix it. Yeah, I apologize though. I should have mentioned that in the original video. Anyways, what's up? What's the other comments?
Oh, back to the format. People.
Hold on. $40 for a pack of Marlboro Reds. Sorry, this is coming from the comment section. Breaking news. My God, that is a lot of money.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
Ow.
Listen. Okay, you know what? Wayne White, you got to protest. Let them know that none of your fences are going to be mended. You know it? Because only a cowboy with a Marlboro can mend a fence. So good luck with all those rodents getting in your shit. That's what I say. Anyways, continue. I'm sorry. Next comment.
Some people were feeling, some people weren't quite feeling the claymation biro style.
Okay, just give me the specifics. Okay, but if that's feeling, I can't do anything about that. Hopefully it gets better. That's rough. The background is generic. That's all going to be kind of changed around. Once I get used to it and get a lot smoother, it'll get better. If not, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Those were the common comments.
That was it? Okay.
Those were the, yeah, well, let me see.
All right, well, yeah, so I guess only one person commented, Zen. Thank you for that. And Kenny.
Well, no, like a lot of them were like, glad you're back, missed you,
Gotcha.
it's been a while.
Okay, so no specific questions then. So anybody with a down thumb give me any criticism maybe?
Yes.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Purple. Wayne White in Australia, $10.
They just called your video, they said that, you came back too bad.
Who said, before you go, you're terrible at this, Bubble Pug. Who said it? What's going on?
Trying to find him.
Trying to find what?
That comment.
Oh, you already have one. Okay. Anyways, so casual, pants off, sweater on. Anyways, but yeah, I can't believe they're that expensive in Australia. That's ridiculous. But yeah, hopefully that'll get better. But apparently, I got some constructive criticism, but we don't know where it's at. We get the downvoters' constructive criticism. I'll take it. I'm a big boy. Is Slick Willie a killer? Who's Slick Willie? Who is Slick Willie? We'll go through this. Oh yeah, Oingo Boingo, forgot. The Oingo Boingo fan club. I love little girls, they make me feel so good. Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, excellent. Had to, even though that totally interrupted whatever I was saying in that video and completely broke it up, it was amazing. It was worth it. You got to get that Oingo Boingo shout out. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's go over some other stuff since the old... but thank you guys for the comments. Thank you guys for thumbs up in that video. Hopefully I can get it better. And yeah, it works out so I can be more consistent in the old content. What else do I have here? Johnny, what do we got, buddy? Didn't really plan anything too much here. The Young Turks. Oh, okay, yeah, I just read this news. This was I don't know when it happened, but apparently it's all over the place. The Young Turks' Hassan Piker says a brave terrorist effed the eye hole of Dan Crenshaw. This guy was on Joe Rogan. I watched a little bit of it, but I really didn't. I think I watched like maybe just 10 minutes of it, or something like that. I was like, oh, this dude's like, he looks like Solid Snake or something from Metal Gear, and then I clicked off. That was about it. But apparently there was more to it, and this Hassan Piker from TYT. I remember back in, I saw this guy way back in the day, TYT days. I think it's Cenk Uygur. That's the fat guy on there. I don't know if he's the only fat guy now, but he's like the leader of TYT. It's like his cousin or his nephew or something, and he had polio or scoliosis or something, and he had to wear a back brace. And he always like kind of looked funny while he was trying to report because he looked like a kind of like a robot. Yeah. Anyways, apparently he was making fun of this dude that lost his eye in the what was it? Iraq? In Iraq? Something like that.
I'm not sure. Something like that.
Yeah. Breaking the news. Yeah, we're real good. Okay, let's bring it up here. Do it, Johnny. I dare ya. And apparently, he's going off on this guy. Let's see what he has to say.
Soft power is the exact same as hard power.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay, right off from the get. Soft power is the same as hard power?
Soft power is the exact same as hard power. Soft power, embassies, diplomacy, exact same thing as military bases. I can't do this. I can't do this. Guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the
Okay. I wish you could understand the world like I do. I'm sitting in my... This was on Twitch too, so what was he, like playing a game? He took a break from Overwatch to bitch about this guy. Hey guys, I know you want to see me bust a sweet Lucio right here, but I'm going to have to go ahead and pause this so I can do a quick rant about this guy with an eye patch. Because he talked about foreign policy. I'm sure that you do not know more than this guy, though. This guy's a representative in Texas as well. He's in the government some way, shape, or form. I need to look more into this. Like I said, this is what we're doing. We're looking into it right now.
fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick?
Okay, I processed that. I took a second. So he's saying that... Wait, is he saying the terrorist guy is brave?
Yes.
Or is he saying that this guy is brave for taking a dick in the eye?
I think he's saying Dan was brave. No. The soldier.
Okay,
the
so
soldier.
here's the real debate. Who's braver? Okay? The person sticking the dick in the eye or the guy getting the dick in the eye? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think we should concentrate a little bit more on who's pitching and catching here and the bravery between the both of them.
That's a debate, yeah.
That's the debate. That's the debate I'm making it, okay? God, I hate this guy. Just like yelling. It like he matters. What the fuck is this guy? What? See that I'm so afraid of coming off like that.
Yeah.
That's why honestly it takes me a long time to do a video because I'm like, I don't want to be viewed like that ever. And that's why it's hard for me to take anything serious because it's like, man, if I go like that, if I go serious into this, I'm gonna just look like this idiot. Maybe he's making some good points, but I have to make those points, but try to make it kind of I don't know. It's a dangerous water I tread.
It's a game.
It's a game. It's like I took a dick in the eye for America. Something like that. No, it's Cenk's nephew.
Nephew, I think.
Okay, it's Cenk's cousin's nephew. So Cenk's cousin's nephew here, let's catch back up here, is saying that this guy doesn't know anything about foreign policy and like what's his problem? Is he dumb because he got effed in the eye by a brave Iraq terrorist or a terrorist? What? Continue.
Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked?
Why is he so mad at this guy?
I don't know.
That's so weird. Like, what did this guy do? I really wish I could have heard what he was like responding to. I mean, he looks like Solid Snake. I don't understand where the problem is.
Well, he was a Navy SEAL. Apparently, he served in Navy SEALs for 10 years, and then he had gone on a few tours
And fucking old
of
scoliosis
duty.
over here, who's never worked a fucking 40-hour-a-week job, wants to bitch about this guy not knowing anything. You know what I mean? And it's clear you can tell. You can really tell the people that have not put in a 40-hour week. Like a real one. Not somebody who sits on YouTube and is like, oh, geez, all this research has taken hours. It took me a full day. But I also was like, you know, fucking, I jerked off, ate some candy.
Played some games on Twitch.
Played some games on Twitch. Fucking counted my Pokemon card collection. It's like you doing all this, and then, you know, there's like little 5-minute increments where you kind of gaze at the story. And it's like, God, you know, people don't think this is hard work. This is super hard work. My cousin's nephew's uncle told me.
By a brave soldier?
And so so right now he's just staring blankly at the screen. Like, this isn't me. This is.
I can't do this. I can't do this. This guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked?
Yep. Okay.
By a brave soldier?
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Didn't he learn that there's a
Okay, I'm going to just start doing my live streams like this. Pretty cool, huh? My, what the fuck? What the heck, guys? Even though it doesn't matter since this guy swore all over my video anyway. At this point, it doesn't really matter.
There's a difference between like military bases and diplomacy?
Okay, this guy sounds like he just wanted to complain to be complaining.
Seems like that.
I mean,
was a lot of
dude,
emotion
okay,
in it.
you disagree with someone, okay, you know, I get it, but then there's that, you know, and this is the problem that I've been seeing, and this guy is who I was just reading that. Retarded leftists respond to fact with anger. Yeah, that's the thing, and this is the thing that I'm seeing. It's not just, yeah, well, no, it is all left. Honestly, it's most of the news that you try to read. It's like, this is part of the Democrats' problems too. I have to be honest with you guys. If you Democrats want to win something, you're gonna have to change a whole lot of things. And I'm not saying, I'm really not a guy that's on left or right. I don't give a shit. I really don't lean one way or the other. If one person was to offer whatever policy makes sense, okay? It could be on both extremes. Like, if you could make it work, if you were like, hey, open borders, but you had a very comprehensive plan that could make that work, okay, then you have my attention. But if you're on the other end, you're like, listen, we got to close this stuff down because all of this bad stuff's going to be happening in the next few years. Okay, you've got my attention. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could be on any side of the aisle. If you got an answer, I'll listen to you. That's the way I look at it. I don't lean. I don't care. I mean, I guess, like, try to save money. So I guess I would be alt-right, but...
Yeah.
You know, and if you can, at all possible, try to be efficient with it. I mean, I don't know if that's whatever. But regardless, looking at it this way, yeah, being I know it's, everybody hates the term, but more in the middle or whatever. the left, you guys got a crazy problem, and a lot of it is like you're pandering to a very low, what is the word? Like, you're not really going to your full base. It's like the far left extremists, this like fringe group. It's like, yeah, that's who we're gonna pander to. Dude, do you think they're actually gonna vote for? They're gonna vote for maybe a Republican if you don't pander to them. If you don't outlaw being white, you don't think you're gonna get their vote? Of course they're gonna vote for you. Now they're probably not gonna vote at all, and they weren't going to in the first place, honestly. But it's like, going crazy with it. Even their own party, like, I think, like, they have a disagreement with like 50% of the Democrats disagree with a lot of their candidates, or something I read. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it's this whole thing. Actually, I know what's going on, and that's a whole other video as well. I've gotten knee deep in this stuff, but it's like they call them Justice Democrats. And it's the Young Turks actually prop these people up. Young Turks and Secular Talk, the Squad, Ocasio Cortez Jr., ACO Jr., and the other ladies. Basically, it's what is she? Is she just like a? I don't know what her position is, but basically they back these candidates, and the people in their areas don't even like them. But since they're getting pushed by outside sources, they're getting a lot of funding coming in from outside of their district, and it's getting these idiots elected. It's a whole crazy thing. It's something that I'm gonna have to break down. Like I said, it doesn't really matter about that, but yeah, it's just nuts. The whole way that they're going about it, it's crazy to me. Typically don't like to play a side, but you guys are so loopy. It's so loopy. How does this make sense? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I am. But as far as I see it, you're literally handing the election over to Donald, Mr. Trump, Mr. President Donald Trump. Yeah?
Yeah, that could be a take.
Yeah, nobody can hear you nodding.
Sorry.
Alexandria Oski. Okay, gotcha. Occasional cortex. It's occasional. Yeah, I don't know. I could rant on this forever. It's just kind of weird to me. And it's also like, I kind of feel, one more thing. I kind of feel like I might be a mark, though. Because it's like, if the news and everybody didn't want President Trump to be the president, why does everything lead back to him? Or why do you constantly talk about him? If you didn't want somebody to, why would you give them publicity? You know that he's like, apparently like the Teflon Don, as you've even reported. In knowing that, you continue to constantly be obsessed with him and report on it. And in that, you lie, which then the people that are in the middle, or maybe even more moderate Democrats, are looking at this and they're like, you're ridiculous, I'm backing out. Because this is weird. I don't need to, I don't care about your identity politics or any of that other bullshit. I just want to know what's going on and what we're going to do to fix it or make it better. Right? Am I wrong? See, now I'm sounding like one of those guys. Somebody fucked Donald Trump in his eye hole. Is this what you want? Oh. Okay. But yeah, it's just weird. And I think by, like, you guys listening to your media and this whole thing, I can tell that some of most of their candidates they're listening to this far, or whatever you want to call it, far left media type, the Young Turk types. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, you'll pay for it, because it's not sane. It's not sane. Just crazy. We'll see, though. We'll see. I could be completely wrong. Because honestly, I have no idea. But it
That's why
seems
you're
like
breaking down the news.
yeah, hopefully we'll figure it out. Ever see a person obsess about a bad ex?
Oh, yeah.
It's yeah, every night 9/11 saw some people doing things. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, 9/11 just saw some people doing things, Wayne White. That's all it was. We don't even know what happened. And then guess what though? Yeah, that's what it is. They take a story and they rip out all the facts. Well, it's a real story, but they rip out all as much like important details as they can. So the only information you're left with is the stuff that tugs on your heartstrings. And then you're going to have dummies react to that. Cuz yeah, that's exactly what do dummies do? They react when they get upset. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I don't know. Oh man, I could go on to such a long tangent on this.
Yeah.
But I need to stay on. Well, I not on course really, but
Yeah, it's just
there's a lot of thoughts about this whole media thing and how it's going, and a lot of stuff that I disagree with. That before I would have been like meh, but since it's so constant now, it's annoying. It's annoying, and it's like you gotta kind of point it out, and it's the smugness that you know what, that's what it is. It's this elite, smug attitude when they're reporting, typing, blogging, whatever they're doing, a video, article, it doesn't matter. It's this smug, like, oh, of course you know as well. I mean, we all know, right? I mean, come on. And it, even though there's no facts to back this up, I mean, we all know because we've all said it before. It's like that's. Ugh. And then everyone, it's gonna end on
And that goes on both. Well, all the sites or whatnot. Everyone's on the right team or.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could say the right, the conservative right wing stuff has always been consistently like, oh, no big story. Fox News is like conservative. Won't fucking whoopee do, you know? Like that stuff is like it's obvious, but the way that like CNN, NBC. And all these other news places are doing it, these outfits, they do it in such a way, they word it, they're tricky about it. So a dummy that reads it is like, well, these undocumented workers weren't even doing nothing. All us did was come up and cage these angels and throw them in a bus in front of their children, and they weren't even doing nothing wrong. So what are we going to do? We're going to go protest. And guess what now? Now you can write about the protest. Now you've caused a protest, and now you have your own self-feeding news cycle. So that's kind of going to go into the video. That's kind of what I'm talking about. So you can make up your own news story. You can outrage the mob, have them go react, and then write a story about it. And then when you write that story, do the same exact thing. I think the news story I saw 100 people get arrested in New York for protesting to shut down ICE. And then at the very end of the paragraph, it's like, they also closed down a major freeway in New York. And it's like, well, they got arrested for fucking obstructing traffic, not for being do-gooders that were just going out there trying to hold up signs and protecting the nation from ICE or ISIS, as they would say. Am I making sense? Or am I just rambling?
I think both.
Okay. I suggest you do a nightly recap live show. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking daily. I hope to work up to that. And yes, I would love that. And hopefully I can pull it off. I'm trying. But when you're trying to be humorous too about it, sometimes it's just like, geez. Stuff's not so funny. But there's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Fucking your dumb eye hole. I like how his dumb eyeball or whatever. I think his eyeball was dumb. with the violence going on, it's not even safe to leave the house. Oh, but that's the other point too. It's like, and that's another one that's going to take a long time to prove. But I think I can. At least you could say, like, the media, and most of it being on the left, is just like Donald Trump basically caused El Paso, is El Paso, and you know, could it possibly be your obsession as well, you know?
Oppression, obsession.
Yeah, your obsession with oppression, and then always being like, yeah, fuck Whitey. I even have a breakdown of the Democratic debates and the interviews, and it's just I have like I can't even say how many clips of it just being like black people, black people, black people, minorities, racist. He's a Nazi, racist, and it's just this huge breakdown, and it's like, if you're going to say that Donald Trump, if you're going to point, because I wouldn't go down this road if I were them, because I don't think it makes sense to blame somebody solely for somebody's actions, you know?
Yeah.
You have to, that's just personal responsibility. But if you want to point those fingers, you're going to have to take some of that self-responsibility. You're going to have to be like, oh, maybe inflaming this and not being truthful and being dishonest about all of this, maybe that's fueling the flames as well. If I'm gonna go down this road, right?
Yeah. I think if you're gonna judge, you probably should.
Well, if you're gonna make that accusation,
yeah,
that Donald Trump caused it, then maybe you have to hold yourself to that same standard, I would think. And it's like, you know, I hate even pointing the finger. I hate going down their dumb road. I hate it because it's dumb. It shouldn't even exist. It's not even a road. It's like a shitty trail. You know, the weeds have grown in, and they're like, "No, this is the road. Trust me."
It's an unmarked trail.
This trust me. Come down. It's a road for sure. Trust me, bro.
And then you get lost in their forest.
Yeah, that's what they hope, and it unfortunately happens. Mm-hmm. But it's like, yeah, you have to take that responsibility. This obsession, it's not doing anybody any good on either side, if that's the way you want it. Since you want to have sides and you want to do it so badly, my God, doesn't seem smart at all. I think there's a better way to go about this. And not only that, you're shutting down any actual conversation that you could have about it. You've just muddied the water. So did you really want the problem fixed in the first place? No. No, you didn't. Of course not. Because you've Jesus. See, now I am becoming one of these guys, and it's happening. But it is so frustrating to look at, and it's gross. It was so gross, especially when we had those shootings, and it was nasty. And I'm not talking about the shootings. Yeah, they are, but the coverage of it was disgusting. Does this? It's not a. It's like, though, it's a policy. This is about politics. And it's like, dude, if you had a person that was involved in that, or that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. If you knew someone.
Who gives a shit about what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. I just find it disrespectful and not very tasteful.
Well, at least initially.
And that's coming from me. I had Steve Shives crawl in his wife's vagina in a video, and I'm saying it's distasteful. So take that for what it is. Liberals want the conservatives to think about their problems. Conservatives just want liberals to think. I have to agree, and that's the thing. Like I said, I don't typically hop on one side or the other, but they've thrown the ball in that court. I mean, it's literally.
Well, you have to play the game because, I don't know. That's what it seems like to me.
Well, it's not a game. There's no game anymore. It used to be a game. Now it's facts. Now it used to be like, oh, those liberals, or oh, those. But now it's starting to turn that wacky because they're implementing it inside their debates and whatnot. When you can see it actively getting implemented, it's kind of like, oh, Jeez. This is a rough one. I don't know. That's just the way I would think about it, maybe. But, what's the difference between a moderate Muslim and a radical Muslim? I don't know, but I watched a documentary on how they get divorced, and it's pretty interesting. If you're like hashaba, hashaba, hashaba 3 times, that divorce is done. Is that what it was?
Yeah, something like you have to invoke it 3 times, but they have to be. You can't say it like what you did, like Beetlejuice 3 times. It won't happen.
Yeah, it's basically Beetlejuice rules. If you want to be Muslim and you want to get divorced in a Muslim court, it's Beetlejuice rules. You have to say this thing 3 times, but it can't be in the same day. It has to be in 3 separate days. And basically, if you say it 3 times, it's like, well, that means it's.
But was it the husband have to say it?
Yeah, the husband has to say it. No, women don't. They can't. They better not say shit. Otherwise, they're gonna get one of these upside the head. You know what I mean? Hey, that's just the way it is.
It was
like that. Like Tupac said, it's just the way it is.
Rip.
Si brav.
Si brava.
Oh my god, dude, that profile picture is horrendous. Oh my god.
I hope that's real.
I want all your gold coins. Missed you too, Seabrough. Oh yeah, congratulations on that married. Meat eaters are the new. I can't even say that word now. Can't do that, even though we've been effed in the eye holes. Mm-hmm. But anyways, that's my rant about that. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So again, hopefully you're not paying attention. I can only hope. Okay, Johnny. Oh, okay. This is out of left field. I had a video up that I was going to talk about, or I was going to do something with. I was looking into, because Antifa had a party, whatever you call it, a protest. in Oregon.
Yeah. And
with the Proud Boys. I don't know much about the Proud Boys, or actually I don't know anything about them really, but they're supposed to be like white supremacists. But everything I read, it was like I didn't really read. They were, I don't know. It just seemed kind of like troll dudes. I don't know. I'm not gonna read 10 different news stories to find out what the fucking Proud Boys are about. Okay, it's gonna be hard to get down to that source there. But yeah, they were gonna go fight. They were gonna go protest there or something, and the Proud Boys showed up, and they didn't dress in their LARPing gear, but Antifa did. And they were looking for a fight, but then the Proud Boys are just like, yep, we left, because Antifa did something retarded, so we won. I think that's what they did, and then they left, and they went and had a barbecue. Okay, so everybody was trying to get all up in arms about that, which both sides are dumb. Who cares? But it's like one side went and had a barbecue, the other side ended up hitting some dudes with something and pepper spraying them. Antifa.
And they got arrested. Some got arrested.
Some got arrested. So it's like, I don't know what are the what's the word? The conditions for victory are in these things. I mean, I'm assuming it's general LARP rules, but I'm not totally sure. But yeah, I guess you win if you don't. I guess if you look like an asshole in the media, you lose.
Okay.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. I don't even know what's going on with that. But regardless, it's some dudes fighting the good fight. Antifa, I'm talking about. Maybe the problem. I don't know. Who knows now? I'm too confused. But when I was looking for that, I was on Reddit, and I was in the old F the alt-right subreddit. And it was basically a bunch of kids. I mean, I hope children. Unfortunately, probably not. Being like, hey, yeah, well, you know what? That's what we're about. It's weird when people say that. Why would you be part of Antifa? Like, America is based on being anti-fascist. That's what we're all about. Why would they even question that? It's like, okay. Or maybe going around hitting people in the head with bike locks while they're not looking might be the... But yeah, of course. Of course, no, we're still fighting Nazi Germany. I forgot. But now it's located in Portland, Oregon. I told you I wanted to voice act. Mad Stork, we're miles away from it, but I hope to be in a position one day to do that. To be doing that, to let you guys on. Hey, what's up, Anti-Sleeper? Some people did some things. That's right, Bubonic. And, that's essentially a lot of the stories. But we had old NBC... what is it? Interview. I was about to say protest with some Antifa members. No, they interview some Antifa members. Rose City Antifa members, to be specific. All right, Johnny, if you want to whip that up here, baby boy. Good job, Johnny.
Nice.
Good job. Give you a little cameo shot there.
That's too much.
Yeah, that is. That was way too long. Sorry if you were eating. All right.
Between...
You've said things like, we are unapologetic about the reality that fighting fascism at points requires physical militancy. What does that mean?
Okay, I'm going to listen to the response before I...
That means that when fascists come to our city to attack people, we are going to put our bodies between fascists and the people they want to attack and try to prevent them from doing that.
Are you talking about the burgers they had on the barbecue, or attacking who? What? Who are they going to attack? Like, so far, like, honestly, again, if, like, a white power dummy being like holding up a tiki torch and have a barbecue, yeah, they're dummies, but just let them hold up tiki torches and have a BBQ or whatever they're doing. Just let them be dumb over there. That's what I say. But at this point, I think they're just poking at you. They're just straight up poking at you.
Oh, yeah.
Because they know it's going to get a reaction.
When you say put our bodies, that sounds like a passive statement, but sometimes you are not just putting your bodies, but you are acting with your bodies. You're also hitting and you're throwing things and you're reacting violently.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a very good point. Before the answer, though, all of this is common sense that your mother taught you. It's like we're trying to make it. It's so hard for her not to be like, that shit your mom taught you when you were like 1.
Not to put your
keep
hands
your fucking
on
hands to yourself. You know that thing. You don't do that. Some people might say that that's not being a dick. Or being a dick.
I think self-defense can look violent if you're looking at it as the person who responds in self-defense is as culpable, but we don't see it that way. We see ourselves as engaging in self-defense from groups who want to do our community harm, whose ideology is the ideology of genocide and mass murder. So in the sense of reaction, we see fascism as an inherently violent ideology. So when we disrupt its organizing, we see that as self-defense.
Okay, this is my example of, in fact, in these comments too, I believe, there's like another guy that's just like, yep, not 40-hour work or something like that, like, or never worked a day in their life or something, but it's exactly it though. You can tell, and I'm not just talking about from their physical statures, I mean, that's obvious, but you can tell that they've never worked a 40-hour week. Like, taking out the trash is kind of a big deal and gets put off, you know what I mean? These are the type of people that have missed trash day several weeks in a row, and they don't even pay for the trash. They throw it in their neighbor's dumpster. Okay?
Very presence of...
And who elected... that's another big thing. Who elected you to do this?
Oh, to represent, like, in this interview?
To represent humanity in America. Like, the other dummies are like, white people, and you're like, okay, listen, we're gonna defend you in the right of everybody. At least they're not being like, on behalf of all white people.
That's true.
It's just a weird
Organizations and people who you would call fascist or fascist leaning, that very presence is violent, and so your violent reaction would be self-defense. Although ideologically that's what you believe.
There's a lot of violence going on. There's a violent circulature going on there.
In reality, in the legal system, that would count as assault. Does that concern you at all?
One of our points of unity is that we don't depend on the cops or the courts to do the work of opposing white supremacy.
So you're saying that when
That's good.
far-right groups come here and throw demonstrations and have their rallies, they don't necessarily have to throw the first punch in order for you to react violently.
The purpose of these groups in coming to Portland is to attack people. We can see on this upcoming rally on Saturday that they've stated that explicitly.
And they had a barbecue and didn't touch anybody. The only people to throw a punch was Antifa. Oh, this is before the rally. I didn't realize
yeah,
that.
I just
This
yeah,
is right. This is
talking
when they're gearing
ahead
up.
of. Mhm.
They're all getting ready to LARP. This one's a gay wizard, and this one must be some sort of level 15 troll. The one on the left must be his. Or no, he's a necromancer, and he summons a level 15 troll with hardened skin. I cast hardened skin. Go beat up those Nazis. My cave troll, go beat those Nazis up. I cast cave troll. I hit Nazi for 15 damage.
Oh god.
I repel your attack with a bike lock.
In numerous social media postings that they want to hurt, maim, and they've made threats of killing anti-fascists.
Why do you think they come to Portland?
And they see it as this liberal city, this city emblematic of values that they oppose. And they see it as a city where the left has strength and they want to attack and defeat that.
Do you think...
Or to troll you guys. Or to straight up troll you guys. Like, they're like, there's a big concentration. Because I'm pretty sure it's like, isn't that a huge hit? Yeah, it is a huge hit. I've been to Oregon. It is a huge hipster place. I mean, really. But see, a lot of people don't know. Like same with California. When you get into the areas where people are actually doing something, like farming or logging, work stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You get into those areas, it's no longer Democrat. It's always Republican in almost every one of those districts. In the farming communities, in the logging, most of those, there's a lot of Republican, people. So yeah, there's kind of that misconception. But regardless, I can't believe. See, they forced me down this dumb road, and I go down it. This trail. It's not a road.
Your presence here attracts them as well?
I think to a certain degree, but they would come here regardless of our presence. If we weren't here, if anti-fascists, if the numerous people who come out with us in the streets weren't here to oppose them, they would come and still attack people.
A lot of experts who study far-right groups say that what you're doing is actually playing into their hands. How would you respond to that?
Uh-oh. Did nobody watch The Lion King? I think that would fix a lot of these problems. In fact, just pay attention to Rafiki.
Okay.
Because he's going to tell you a couple of things. Like, sometimes the truth can hurt. You know what I mean? The truth can hurt. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. Those things right there, if you were really listening, Rafiki knew. Sometimes the truth can hurt, and it doesn't matter. It's in the past. Oh my God. Really, Rafiki really knocked it out of the park. I mean, I think that really, I don't know why people are even searching, like, oh my God, what's the meaning of life? Rafiki already told you.
Right.
He broke it down when he was talking to Simba about his father's death.
That's the circle
Holy
of life.
shit, I can't believe, I wish I was stoned right now. I'd be blowing my mind. You know when that monkey was talking to that lion? Trying to make him understand his father's death. He was going through that time in his life. And you're like, yeah, it's just this kid's cartoon. God, dude, that's...
If we didn't show...
Okay, sorry. I'm going to stop interrupting this.
They would come and still attack people.
A lot of experts who study far-right groups say that what you're doing is actually playing into their hands. How would you respond to that?
If we didn't show up to oppose
Oh, the troll speaks.
those fascists when they organized large rallies like the one coming up on Saturday, they would still be finding violence, but they would be finding people who are unprepared.
You're here.
Oh, like what? A chubby girl in a mask?
Oh gosh.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, this reminds me of, you know, that Tom Cruise movie with like Thought Police. Remember, like they foresaw
Minority
crime-
Report.
Minority Report. Like they saw there were these, you know, beings that were floating in water, and they like foresaw crimes being committed before they were committed.
Oh my
It's like that's what they're
God.
trying. I
Yeah,
think
that's-
like they're
you're right.
living in their heads.
Yeah. It's just like the movie. It's fake. Yeah. Yeah. Precisely. That's exactly it. And
They
it's kind of like, and that's why it's hard. Like, how would you? Not that you really need to. Again, these are fringe groups that we're talking about here.
Right.
Like, everybody wants to act like it's their main demographic they need to land or whatever or talk about. But these are the fringe groups. But so somebody like this, the only way that you would be able to flip their opinion is by making them believe that they came up with it by themselves. You know? So, like, to get them to any sort of, like, real facts, to, like, embrace facts, you would have to kind of be like, trick them into being like that. Because they have that attitude where it's like, oh, my God, they just don't, clearly they don't understand. They're not woke. Oh, geez, he hasn't looked up. He hasn't read that article that I did about how they're rounding up all the minorities and killing them and causing violence. It's like, oh yeah, because clearly you've been reading that. And so what are you going to do? What do dummies do when they read and get upset?
React.
They react. They throw a mask on their face and they react.
Because they're so informed. Not
Because they're informed.
misinformed.
Hey, they know. They know, brah. They know that soldier got fucked in his retarded eye. They know, brah. All right?
In
I'm Dog the Bounty Hunter, brah. I keep going into that Dog the Bounty Hunter, or Squirrel the Bounty Hunter. I apologize.
sweatshirts and masks, why do you wear masks? Why do you cover your faces?
Primarily, it's for our own safety. The
And for a few other reasons.
far right and the state would have a history of targeting anti-fascists. So we wear masks so that we can't be identified and targeted.
Some of your critics say that it is the masks are cover for you to be able to commit criminal acts. So how do you respond to that?
Again, the masks are there for our own safety so we can continue to do this organizing without the fear
so
of
we can
fascist
continue to commit
or state
crimes.
repression.
So you wouldn't remove your masks and say the things that you just said?
Non-camera.
Oh!
Yeah.
That was a very telling pause.
Oh, that was. You could hear. Oh, man. Apparently, she's learned to deep swallow because I could hear it from here. Like, you mean remove it? Like, all the way off? Like, totally show you who I am? No, I'm good. Then I couldn't go around sucker punching people. Oh, that was it. That was it.
Oh,
that
wow.
long awkward pause is what they ended on.
They must have responded. They have had to. Said
Without the fear of
something.
fascist
Hold on.
or state repression.
So you wouldn't remove your masks and say the things that you just said?
Not on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Not on camera. Well, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. And at the same time, hilarious. It's just as long as you guys aren't hitting... I wish you... Like, half the time you end up hitting yourselves, I think. Because you can't tell the difference. Hey, LARPing's hard.
How would... Because is their uniform just black hoodies?
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be very hard to infiltrate this group, I don't think. Nor the other side either. I mean, honestly, what do? You just shave the old head? Dude, I should try to get inside and I should go deep undercover.
Yeah, you probably
a
have
GBP
to.
special report.
Oh, yes.
Joining Antifa. Hello, my fellow comrades.
Yes.
Hello. No, anybody stand up to the man today? I did. I saw this white guy jaywalking. Beat the shit out of him. Hit him in the back of the head with a crowbar. Teach
My
him.
pocket crowbar. You carry one
Yeah.
in your hoodie. Then you carry your hoodie in your pocket as well, so you have it on you at all times.
Yeah. And to be honest, you know, I'm not even going to go. Never mind. I'm going to go ahead and back off that story right now. But I think I might have actually had my run-in before with a group of these guys.
Really? Seabrav, I think he said he lived in PDX for 19 years. He did not miss it.
Yeah, I miss California, I'll be honest. It's just so
The
pretty.
strip clubs.
And oh my god, the strip clubs, dude. The strip clubs here, which I haven't been to a lot of strip clubs, but the ones in like Midwest are very crackhead-ish. I don't know a better way to put that.
Yeah, like not refined. I guess I haven't been to one, so you've been to nicer ones.
Yeah. I mean, there was all right. You know what? Strip clubs in general, I'm just like, I don't know. I was kind of like, okay, I got a boner now. What do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to tip for that,
I'm
right?
leaving this club with a group of dudes
Yeah.
that all have. Now we all just have boners, and we paid you for them. We paid you for blue balls. I'm apparently not going to the right strip clubs though. I'm not doing the magic, saying the magic. But what happened to your old content? It was talked about this earlier. It's coming back up. Had to private it. Some idiot was hitting my videos, but now that's over, and I'm slowly getting it done. And by slowly, I mean I'm not doing it at all, but I'm going to. I promise.
But more of these. You're hoping to
Johnny
do.
is the leader of nothing. Okay, Jason. I know you. Yeah. All right. Glad to catch you live. Thanks, Lortec. Thanks. But yeah, the Antifa. I think I might do that. I think I might try to get in. I have the look though. I could easily do it because I have the tattoos all over the body. I could just. I could get right in there. I'm like a chameleon. I could infiltrate either side. I'm white, but then I have the tattoos. I throw a little pink in the hair and I'm good to go.
Pink.
Yeah. Throw the old pink. Oh no, what is it? My blonde streak.
Blonde streaks, yes.
I forgot about that. Simon's Cat fan club. When the Antifa, I forgot about that. Where Daryl reported on Antifa. Oh my God, yeah, I gotta get that old content back up. I really want to watch that video. Dance and lawnmower repair. That's an official business. I get crackheads. It would be like, that would be pretty good. It would be like basically those car washes with the bikini babes, except they're crackheads that fix your lawnmower. It's crackheads in bikinis fixing your lawnmower. That's the strip clubs I've been to. Oh no. All right. Okay. So I hope you kept your pants off and your sweaters on. But you can remove the sweaters and put those pants back on because we are done being casual and we're going to call it good here. thank you guys for those comments again. Just wanted to go over those. Again, I know it's all random. I didn't even plan on going this long. I know it's all ranty and doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but hopefully I get better at it, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
And to give myself a further excuse and to let you know, I can't even remember what I was going to say there. I'm blanking completely. And see, this is also what happens. Also, I suffer from dyslexia, so it's terrible. I have to read a story like 80 million times just to get it. It's like, God damn it. Anyways, okay. All right. Anything from you, Bubble Pug? Anything you got? Anything interesting?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Thank you guys for joining us at
What's up,
Saturday
Brandon?
morning. Thank you, C Brav, Paulo G, Zen Master Me for the bones. Didn't have to, but thank you for doing that.
I'll see you before then, Grumpy. I'll see you before then. I hope I can get it done. But I'm going to really take into what... Oh, I'm totally blanking. Who said the nightly... Dick got hard. Dick got hard. Definitely going to do that idea, probably. I would like to do the news... kind of summer up the day's news, maybe daily if I can do it. I might do it via live stream, or we'll try this. We'll do one via live stream, and I'll do one pre-recorded, and whatever one you guys like best, that's what we'll go with.
Yeah, I think some stories work better in different formats, so.
Well, Dick got hard. Popped right up when I was about to end this, and he popped right up. Dick got hard, popped right up, and that's how we're ending this. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time on Chi B P
Bye.
Live. I see I'm doing the Hassan thing, where I do a random. Okay.